Hey, I interviewed my friend Darren, who actually owns a party service for kids' entertainment, and I hope you're gonna enjoy learning about his business. And basically, he does entertainment, characters, Marvel, Mickey Mouse, face painting, balloons. I hope you have fun.
Hi, I currently have my friend Darren Vaniskhian. He owns actually a party service. So, Darren, welcome.
Thank you. Hi, Benson.
Hi, long time no see.
Yes, good to see you.
Good. So basically, I do these interviews just to bring local businesses to learn about how they get started, so that you can give the business owner more customers, more business, and also get to know the business owners while to learn about them through the interview. Darren, I understand you have your party service. Can you tell me something about it and what kind of service do you offer?
Yeah, so my company is called Kids Creations Party Services, and we bring kids' birthday party characters to your home. You have a Minnie Mouse party, a Mickey Mouse party, PJ Masks character, Cookie Monster, Elmo character, Spider-Man, Batman, anybody you want. We can get a princess. Today we're doing Ariel, Little Mermaid out in
Wow.
Queens today. Anybody you want to bring magic, miracles, and memorable moments to your child's birthday party. We'll come with a full half hour to an hour of entertainment, including songs and games and dancing, lollipops, limbo, hokey pokey. Even do balloon animals, basic face painting, rub on tattoos for anywhere up to 25, 30 kids, you know, within the tri-state area, within 2 hours of the tri-state.
Oh wow. Okay. I've had a few birthday parties at I mean uh for my cousins. Um, so how do you come up with the I mean decide which characters to come up with?
Um, the the most, I mean, they pretty much, it's based on their theme of the party.
Okay.
Most boys are into, like, Power Rangers or Transformers or superheroes, whatever they love. But basically, it's whatever the theme of the party is.
Okay.
Um, yeah, they tell me what it is, and they say my son is obsessed with Spider-Man. He needs Spider-Man there, so. We have about 20 right now. I have about 25, 30 characters that I
Wow.
own personally, and then the other ones I rent. I rent
Okay.
from my other party services.
Okay. How did you get into this?
It was through a friend of mine, actually, on Facebook. A gentleman from my men's team put an
Okay.
ad out. He was hiring males between the ages of 18 and 35 ish that can dress up as superheroes, for $50 an hour. So I'm like, wow, great. Dress up as Batman for $50 an hour. I'm like, yeah. So I responded to him, and next thing I know, he's teaching me how to like do the itsy bitsy spider and the hokey pokey dance, and teaching me how to engage these children in this kids show. And then he trained me how to make balloon animals. And then I went to a couple parties. I saw him work, and then I learned the routine and everything. And he pretty much hired me to be his employee to do this. He's been doing this for 22 years,
Wow.
and he's right here in New Jersey. And he has about 280 costumes in his garage, every costume you can imagine. And he's got cotton candy machines and popcorn machines and snow cone
Wow.
machines. He's got a huge business, and he's got about 10 or 12 employees working for him, and he's got a nice little party business going on there. So that's how I started working for him.
And so when exactly did you actually branch into your own business?
It was probably about a year and a half, 2 years of me busting my butt, doing pretty much all the work, taking the costumes and driving out to like Newark or driving out to the party, sweating. You ever wear one of those Cookie Monster costumes,
Nope.
Ben?
Nope.
I mean, it's hot in there. You can't breathe. You're sweating there. I got perspiration dripping down my back, and I'm running around. And inside my head, I'm like, I'm an adult man, in my 40s here. I'm like, killing myself for $50 to do all this stuff. I'm like, this almost isn't worth it, for this amount of money. And especially when I saw how much he was charging the customer for the entire party.
Okay.
I'm like, and he was like kind of the middleman. And I'm like, I can maybe, I can, do this myself.
Okay.
So it started out with a teacher friend of mine asked me if I can go to her house for her boyfriend's son's birthday. It was Super Bowl Sunday. It was like February 3rd. She asked me if I can go there as a Spider-Man to spend 15 minutes with her son, and how much would it be? I'm like, great. So I went online. I bought myself a nice Spider-Man zip-up onesie, and that was it. That was my first. I started moonlighting. I went out there. It was like $100. They gave me like a $40 tip. I'm like, I made $140 for 20 minutes to go around and jump around with a kid. I'm like, this is fantastic. So right away, the wheel started spinning, and I started kind of putting it out there that, like, I'm going to do on my own. My second business, I recruited a customer from Lyft. The Spanish woman, I picked her up. She was telling me about her son's birthday party coming up. He loves Spider-Man. And I said, oh, I dress up as Spider-Man. Next thing I know, I'm booking a party for Spider-Man, and Optimus Prime was the second costume.
Oh, wow.
I did a party for her in her backyard. She still, but that was my second party I ever did. And it was a huge learning experience, having to manage, customers, billing, invoicing, payments, scheduling everything. It's a lot of work. And I really respect my former boss for what he's doing, and he's done it successfully for 22 years.
Wow. What is it that you do besides this? I mean, are you a teacher? I mean, I think you're a teacher, if I remember it.
Yeah, I've been fortunate to be employed in a public school district here in New Jersey. Finish up my 10th year now. I teach in the elementary, kindergarten to fourth grade. I've been teaching the last couple of years. I teach a social emotional learning curriculum. It's called SEL. So I teach about feelings, and we learn about emotions, self-regulations, deep bellow breathing. We learn about honesty, the power of perseverance, and not being able to do it yet, and how the brain is a muscle. So I teach a lot of principles that I've learned in a lot of our personal development seminars, Tony Robbins, Landmark, and I also teach the Gifted and Talented program for the fourth as well. So I have a lovely job. I work in a great school district. We were in school, in person, live, 5 days a week during COVID, starting since September 2nd, 2020. Every day, 5 days a week. We didn't skip a beat. There was kids coming in every other day. Some kids were all virtual. Some kids were half virtual, back and forth. But our school had kindergarten and first grade classes every day, 5 days a week for the whole entire year, even through COVID. So I was very, very proud of that fact.
Well, I want to thank you for taking on this. I mean, being a teacher is hard. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I can see why you are having so much fun in the party business, because you're applying your love of kids to what you're learning, and to actually make the kid enjoyable, make the party enjoyable.
I love kids. I love being a goofball. I'm a very animated, enthusiastic person, as you can see. I mean, I dress up as a scientist when I do the Sybil the Scientist analytical thinking. I put my white lab coat on, my little, I bring in my magnifying glass. I have my Dudley the Detective police hat, my little police badge when I do detective analytical thinking. We got to find clues. Again, I just bought a judge costume. I have a Jordan the Judge who teaches evaluative thinking, how to make good decisions based on the factual criteria. So I just bought a judge costume with a gavel for next year, which I'm excited about. So I really love to just really engage.
Was there any kind of changes between what you do now to pre-COVID?
Yeah, I mean, I was just starting out right before COVID. So when I left, I was business was really, really slow. I mean, I was doing parties every weekend, working for my boss, per party. And for many, many, many months, like I had, very little traffic. I had a website there, but I didn't have any marketing going on. Very little social media presence. But before COVID, anything was happening. It was, we can be holding hands, we could be doing the hokey pokey, we could be hugging. I could be passing out lollipops, taking pictures, and doing face painting. So I remember my very first COVID party was like in May. It was like early May of 2020. Someone asked me if I can do an outdoor, like drive-by Batman party. Just go outside. There's gonna be neighbors all outside the apartment for this little boy, and just run around and play some games with the kids. Socially distanced. I had to bring a Lysol spray to spray all the the product, my bag and everything, all this. And I couldn't do face painting. Couldn't do touch the kids. So I had to be 6 feet apart, taking pictures from everybody. So it was very, very scaled down, watered down, shortened version of the party. But it was just something that they can do outside, like the kids' family and neighbors were just all around, like the kind of like the sidewalk, just there celebrating the kid's birthday party because everyone was, on lockdown for many months. So that was a special party just to go to and get out and do a party. Someone had the courage to call me to do a socially distanced party for them.
Tell me more about the different parties you went to. That you hope.
So we, so like it's funny to me, like there are some ethnic families. I mean, you may know, being Chinese, that they throw the most lavish parties, Benson, for their first birthday party. Is that big in the Chinese culture?
Oh, not in my family, but go ahead.
Okay, but anyway, I found 3 families I did a party for: a Monday night, a Tuesday night, Wednesday night. During the week from 8 p.m. to midnight, they have a lavish ball at a wedding banquet facility hall where they have the flowers and the decoration and all the Disney characters all lined up there. And they've hired me for 4 princesses. They had Cinderella, which was my kindergarten teacher. My kindergarten teacher's 13-year-old daughter was Sleeping Beauty. My phys ed teacher was Elsa from Frozen, and my wife was Belle. 4 princesses for a 1-year-old birthday party.
Wow, that's awesome.
Plus, they had Olaf there from it turned out from my former boss's company. Olaf was there doing balloon animals and cotton candy. Unbelievable the amount of money that they're spending on this party. These people really love to celebrate. And now during COVID, people are like, oh, hypothetically, instead of having 1 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, they're like, how much would it be if we had all 4 Ninja Turtles? How much would that be? People are making up tenfold for the lack of birthday party that they didn't have last year. They're going all out now. And to me, the economy is booming. People have money and they're going all out now. So my business now is booming. I can't even keep up with it. It's been really fun.
Any other stories?
I also go into like really other parts of the neighborhoods. I go into like places like Newark and Elizabeth and Irvington, New Jersey, which really very, very different social economic backgrounds in there, and small little apartment, and yet they're still also going out and spending a decent amount of money for a character, on a smaller scale, and I appreciate that just as much. I see all ends of the spectrum. Of people there, and I get all levels of appreciation. People that are grateful, their background. Some people are all aspects of it. So I learned to just be very grateful and appreciative, and just learning a lot about people. And I've learned to like negotiate a lot more. So I really learned to be grateful and appreciative for all my clients. Wherever they're at, in their lives. If they want a small little party to have something, really my tagline is bringing magic, miracles, and memorable moments to your child's party so we can turn their dream party into reality. Who wouldn't want to have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, show up at their party, or their favorite superhero, Captain America, show up, or Ariel, or, Peppa Pig. So it's been really, really fun. And the great part about it is I get to enroll my beautiful new wife. We just got married a few weeks ago. Thank you. And she's willing to go work with me and dress up as Peppa Pig, Wonder Woman, and Minnie Mouse, and other characters. And today she's going to be Ariel, the mermaid, Little Mermaid, to big parties. And we do it together. And she engages the kids in the songs and the dancing and everything. And I mean, my heart just melts seeing her. When Peppa Pig is there and they're hugging her, she says, Peppa Pig loves you. You know, these kids are so cute and it's just so much fun. So it's been really, really a fun opportunity, and it's been a fun business that I've engaged.
When you started your business, I mean, I know you talked about some of the challenges and stuff like that. I mean, at what point did you? I mean, was there some point in your business where you just like, this is really not going to work for me because of what the challenges?
Yeah, I was looking back and saying, wow, I would have been better off being an employee doing gigs consistently on the weekend for my former boss. I'm like, wow, maybe this wasn't such a great decision. And I, of course, was doubting myself and questioning it. But I had to, deal with the consequences there of, branching on my own. I wanted to, start something on my own here. And it was very, very slow. I had to go out and talk to people, really, really market myself. I put posters at the library, party services, put flyers, just around trying to drum up business. That was, very unsuccessful. The real way to really go is social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And then once I got connected with a SEO company in Las Vegas, they built a website for me, and they told me over a couple months they're going to get me traffic on Google, and it was very, very reasonable. They're only charging me $99 a month for my one business out of Westwood, New Jersey.
Okay.
And lo and behold, they were right. I mean, they totally delivered everything they said they were going to do. I sent them pictures and the color scheme. They built up a beautiful website, as you saw on there. And it took a few months, and then little by little it started, trickling in. Just started, and then COVID hit, and it really went dead for 6 months. And then now I can tell you, it's really been picking up tenfold. As I said, they're really making up for their child's missed birthday party.
Hey, with such a busy routine that you have and everything, what is there? Do you have like some kind of morning routine that you do to get get you out of the door?
What I've been doing. I mean, I love to take time to self-care. I used to do my meditation pretty regularly, but now I really find benefit. I'm doing this Wim Hof breathing technique. I don't know if you know the Iceman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this breathing technique where I do 30 rounds of deep breathing, and I hold my breath for 1.5 to 2 minutes, and it brings all fresh oxygen to all parts of my body, and it really wakes me up and kind of like gets me energized for the day. Wow. It's about 12 minutes. It's on YouTube. It's the Wim Hof breathing technique. I really been doing that, and I've been doing the 2-minute cold showers in the morning to really wake me up. It dilutes, it expands my blood vessels, really wakes me up and everything, and it keeps me energized throughout the day.
Kids, like what age group do you normally work with?
Great question. The sweet spot anywhere from 1 years old up to 5, 6 years old, I think is the perfect between 1 and 5, okay. And 6. 7, 8, and 9. The kids are a little older, they're like, oh, you're not really Spider-Man. Oh, I see your zipper. Oh, and they're like trying to pull my costume off. So I really prefer not to do a Spider-Man party for an 8-year-old party because they're too old. They're too old. I mean, that's why I love teaching elementary school. The 5-year-old kindergarten kids are sweet, but even my 5-year-old kindergartens are, they think that Blippi, there's a Blippi is a little too old for them. And there are some 5-year-olds that are really like mature. They're like, oh, that's Mickey Mouse is for babies. That's for babies. But anywhere from like 1 to 7 years old is our sweet spot.
If someone was planning hiring you for your service, what are some tips that you would give to the parents planning to hire a company like yours?
Yeah, great question.
Just like the top 5 tip of whatever, however many tips you want to give.
Have a certain amount of children in mind. How big is your party going to be?
Okay.
First of all, it's to manage it and things like that. Where is the party going to be? Is it going to be indoors or outdoors? Is there going to be covering if there's rain? Because especially this summer, it's been crazy. Canceling and postponing because of the weather. If it's outdoors, which a lot of parties are in the summertime. And then what is the theme? What is the theme of the party? you go to Party City now, you can decorate the whole thing. Super Mario Brothers, every cartoon you can possibly think of. PJ Masks, Power Rangers, Paw Patrol, Disney, every single one of them. What is your theme of your party? And what do you? And another thing is, what are you looking to spend? Do you have a budget? Some people are on a budget and they're going to spend a certain amount, and other people are willing to spend anything. So I would say those questions would be important to make your child's party really magical.
What if someone's on a budget? Where would be the best place to make some cost cutting?
Not have it at a venue where you're gonna be renting out a hall somewhere. First of all, some people have it at a firehouse. You can have it at a firehouse, probably a lot cheaper.
Oh,
People
really?
have it at a VFW hall. I've gone to like all small little venues there.
Okay.
So that's options there. You don't have to go to some big fancy wedding venue. Some people do. That's their some of their culture. They get dressed up, and these parties they have at like 8 o'clock to midnight on a
Wow.
Tuesday night. They are decked out wearing sequin gowns with diamonds all over. They look like they're going to like the Academy Awards.
Are you talking about the parents, or are you talking about the kids at from 8
I'm
o'clock?
talking about the parents and the mothers and the families and the little kids are all they're dressed up too, not as fancy, but really the 1-year-old birthday party in these cultures, it's for the family, for the adults, and they have like the little kids there, the cousins are there, and they love it. They're happy to see Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. But best thing to do is have the party at your house, have it in your backyard, or go to a park. Go to a park. You can get a space out there, little picnic tables out there. Fantastic. You can really have a great party there, and you can spend your money wisely.
If someone wanted to start a business like yours, what suggestion would you give?
I would say be familiar with the industry.
Okay.
Have some experience in the children's party entertainment business. There are so many party planners, Benson, that are out there. People that do balloon decor arches. People that set up, candles and cupcakes. They'll set everything up for you, and it's a big business. Like research the industry. What's out there, the marketplace, the different neighborhoods that are really in these niche markets. Have some experience in the industry like I did for 2 years working for a party company, and then seeing what works, what doesn't work. You can work for a balloon company, Party City, or someone who makes balloons, flower business. There's so many people that are hired, that are being hired to bring magic and smiles to children.
How do you how do you get kids to actually overcome their shyness?
What kids? The little kids at the
Little
party?
kids, if they're shy.
I don't know. Most kids don't have a problem with that. They're
Okay.
pretty excited and engaged and excited. So I do feel bad if there is a 2-year-old or 3-year-old child that gets scared and petrified of a gigantic, huge mouse with big ears. They're crying. They might love them on TV. They love the character, but when it comes in person, the kids are so scared. So what I do is I cover my eyes, of the mascot, cover my eyes and say, no, I'm embarrassed, and pretend like I'm shy and embarrassed. And I try to really slow down my gestures and go really slow instead of being all dynamic. So I've learned if I come out too excited, too animated at the beginning, I could really, really scare kids. So I gotta really match and mirror the kids' energy when I'm coming in initially. And just really slow it down. Another great thing, I usually pass out lollipops at the end of the party.
Okay.
But if I see they're a little scared, I'll reach it. I'll give them a lollipop at the beginning to build a little rapport, and I get them to smile. And I might pull out I bring a little toy for every birthday kid. At the end, I might give them the toy at the beginning. They're a little nervous and shy, and try to engage them. And then if worse comes to worse, I try to engage the adults to join me in the songs and the dancing, so that at least the adults can join in, and maybe the kids will follow.
Darren, what is the biggest learning experience in your business that you've had since you opened?
I would say probably really having a system to be organized, to keep track of everything.
Okay.
At the beginning, I was just kind of piecemealing everything all over the place, writing down notes, like my little paper calendar. Now I have electronic spreadsheet. I have all the contacts that come in through my emails and through Facebook and phone calls, right? All the information of people, and then everyone is different. Everyone is different. They're looking for something unique and special, and trying to accommodate them as much as possible without me doing too much party program. It's really being organized and being flexible.
What about any advice for new entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've read in all my books, all the the Robert Kiyosaki books, Rich Dad Poor Dad, all the books out there. If you want to be successful in life, right, find a business, do something that you're passionate about. I couldn't have found the most perfect thing for me. I mean, I'm a teacher. I'm in elementary school. I love kids. And then now, when I had the opportunity to dress up as Batman or Cookie Monster and go out there and dance around and do splits and jump up and down and like walk on my hands, I could do all these things and and get paid for it. So the piece of advice is to find something that you're interested in and you're passionate about, that you love. When I was a 5th grade teacher, I taught all subjects. I taught math, science, social studies, writing, reading, and health. I was not really great. I was not a really good teaching of reading and writing. That's not my language. Arts is not my strong suit. I love teaching math and I love teaching health because I'm very passionate about health and wellness and nutrition. So that's the key. The key to life is just find something you really love, that you're passionate about, and make that your career. And that's and that'll be all you need to do. That's what I've done.
I know you're still young, but what kind of challenges have you overcome in the last in your life so far? I'm asking this question because I know that people are sitting out there and they are saying poor me, or they have so many challenges and they don't know what to do. So I'm asking you because you have overcome a lot of challenges.
Yeah, I mean, I've pretty much did a lot of work on myself with Tony Robbins and Landmark and the men's organizations, and even 12-step recovery as well, just to really push my ego aside. I'm very, very self-absorbed. And
self-absorbed.
I was very self-absorbed, always interested in my own interest.
Okay.
I thought that everyone felt the same way that I felt, and I realized that so many people are different. I was very, very irresponsible, especially financially. I would go around spending money like a drunken sailor, charging hundreds and thousands of dollars on my credit card for seminars, and and it just really irresponsible. I was living at home. I was unemployed, living with my mom and dad at the ripe young age. Never really grew up, and I got fired from work. I was begging for unemployment, and there was an opportunity for me to go away to Hawaii for a 9-day joyous week in Hawaii seminar with my girlfriend for $5,000 in all-inclusive seminar. And I found a credit card that I can charge it on there. And I went to Hawaii thinking nothing of it. And my parents wanted to kill me. It wasn't until I did a Landmark course years later, I had to go and apologize to my mom and dad for being so selfish and irresponsible just to take up and go away. When I didn't have a job, I was trying to collect unemployment, and I just go and put $5,000 in debt. And then really being financially responsible, I must say that one huge thing that helped me financially is listening to Dave Ramsey, the Ramsey Show podcast, and on the radio, and doing his course, Financial Peace University, 9-week course for $125 to go in there and learn the principles of getting out of debt, having an emergency fund, saving for retirement, all these things. Now I wouldn't be married right now. I was immature and responsible to find a woman that would actually want to marry me, because I was like all over. So I think just growing up, getting real with myself, being transparent, being vulnerable, the 12-step programs. I realized I have a problem with drinking alcohol, that I binge drink and I get out of control. I black out, I pass out, very irresponsible. And I think, it's fun when you're 19 and 20, 25, but when you're 30, 35 years old, that's not fun anymore. So really just humbling the program, getting on my knees, saying I can't do it, myself. I can't stop. I need help, really going to a higher power. Just getting responsible, really owning my power, being responsible, getting real with myself. And now I'm like out of debt. I paid off all my student loans, all my credit cards, everything. And now me and my wife are saving up for a down payment for a house. My credit scores is fantastic. So I really, everything I've done, is not one thing there, but everything I've done has gotten me to where I am now. And now I'm, God's in control right now. God is in control. I'm just along for the ride. And it's been a good ride so far. And hopefully me and my my wife are going to start, planning for a family. Hopefully, God willing, He'll bring us a child into our lives, and that'll be the next.
Congratulations. For those who cannot afford to take seminars, what would other steps be for them to improve themselves?
Great question. I thought, two things right away. Number one, just go, not even to Barnes and Noble. Don't even spend $17. Go to the library and pick up 2 books. Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and pick up Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Those 2 books in the beginning will give you the mindset. You can also pick up The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vince Peale. Those 3 things there, library, phenomenal. And then the second thing is, I was sitting in a 12-step meeting in one of the recovery rooms, and I'm like, oh my God, all the things that I heard about years before, spending $900 or $1,000 in the Tony Robbins seminars with 3,000 people there. Same exact thing that Tony was teaching me, I was learning in the meeting, in the room. I'm like, I could have saved $1,000. And I'm here at this meeting, and it's a suggested $1 donation. I'm not saying that, if you have a problem, not everyone does, but I feel that I think anybody can benefit from any 12-step recovery program. Codependence Anonymous. I was so worried about what other people thought about me, very insecure, doing things for other people to please them. So there's a program, Codependence Anonymous, very general thing there. People have trouble with relationships, that program itself. And any of those programs there, I would say could have saved me a lot of money in the long run. And it's a $1 suggested donation. And I do miss the live in-person meetings there, because they were so filled with love and hope. And, what is the solution there? And you don't have to pay a lot for it, and people are willing to support you, take you under your wing. You have a whole community there of people you can reach out to and be in community with. That's the other thing with these seminars. You go to a seminar, you feel great, but then you go home and then you don't have anything around you in place to support you to keep that going. These organizations, you have people that are living these principles that you can reach out to, and they can, support you. And they're not going to charge you crazy money, a coaching fee to hire them. You don't need that. And also, if you have insurance, you could go to a therapist. You can go to a mental health practitioner and talk to somebody. No, I have no stigma about it. My wife, when I was first dating her, the first week or two, she asked me where I was going. And I told her I was in my car going to my mental health practitioner's appointment. And she said, wow, Darren, you're so well-rounded. She felt that was a turn on, that I was going to, therapy and working on myself, whatever. So I think those things you can do, and it could be, it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money.
Hey, for your business, I don't know, this came to mind. Have you when you're talking with the person over the phone about your business, to get them to bring them on board as a client, do you do most of your meetings through the phone or mostly everything through video?
Oh, nothing's been through video at all. Everything is on the phone.
Okay.
They call my number on my website directly. 90% of the time they'll call me right away, or they'll email me saying, their inquiry. I've had a party on this date. And so it's all on the phone. They say what they saw online. They saw I have this character, for this party. How much would it be? They're looking for a quote. They're looking for a party package. How much is it? How long can you be there? Half hour, 2 hours, things like that. I mean, people are like, they're willing to like pay people, to have their 25 kids entertained for an hour, so they don't have to look after 25 3-year-olds. So it's just fantastic.
You haven't done any kind of virtual Zoom parties?
You know what? I haven't. I've not. My former boss has. They have done it. The only thing I've done was drive-by parties. Where I stand there as his character and wave, and the kids come with their parents in the cars and they drive by and they wave, and I give them a lollipop and they drop off a gift, driving by. They want to jump out, take a picture. I've done, Buzz Lightyear and Woody from Toy Story, whatever it is. The only thing I've done is the drive-by party. I don't feel like I can give value like doing a party like on Zoom, whatever. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. I'd rather not. But other people have done that. I guess it works.
How can people reach out to you?
You can find me on the web. You can just type in Kids Creations Party Services. If you put New Jersey kids party characters in Google, you can find me. My other business domain name is Darren Party Services. That's probably the easiest. DarrenPartyServices.com. I have my Clifton, New Jersey based business out there. So I reach a lot of people in that part of New Jersey there. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Is there anything last word you want to say before I close this?
No, the next thing for me is right now trying to scale my business right now from being a one-man, one-woman show to like me, my wife, and whoever else I can enroll, like whatever, kindergarten teacher or 19-year-old college student I can enroll to work for me dressed up as Tinkerbell or, things. So that's really my next evolution of my business is to sit down and actually go out there and to find someone who wants to work part-time on the weekend and to make some, good cash that has a car that can go out there and take everything and go and lead their own party. So I have to train them to do the balloon animals, teach them the songs and the dances and the routines. So I can just sit here and just book people. So I personally don't have to go out there running around doing 3-4 parties, running all over New Jersey, New York, driving all over the place, doing it. But that's what you have to do. Right now to build up the business now to get it out. I bring a lot of enthusiasm and excitement to my party. So I love jumping around and pretending like I'm Spider-Man, and it's great. And the people really appreciate it. And now it's been great. Now it's been a good year now. Now I'm getting repeat customers that had me 2 years ago in 2019 for their 1-year-old daughter. They had a Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse at a VFW hall. She called me now. She says she's glad that she found my number. This year, her daughter's 3, same VFW hall. Now she wants Wonder Woman and Spider-Man on a Saturday. So it's going to be great. My wife's going to be Wonder Woman. I'm going to be Spider-Man. We're going to go there for 2 characters. So she wrote me a really great review on Yelp and YouTube, how professional we were. So now I'm getting repeat customers now. So, who knows where this is going to go, Benson. It's only been about, a year and a half, 2 years now. And post-COVID has been a huge boom compared to pre-COVID. The next step right now is to go out and really train people, hire them, get some young performers enthusiastic. They're not shy, embarrassed to dress up and dance in a Cookie Monster. And thank God my wife is that person, and I love her for that. And yes.